from WholeUcoaching. Like I said last time, we're doing a series on law of attraction. So I told you there are 14 key principles to law of attraction, and I shared one of the largest things for me that got the law of attraction like into reality. And I also, in the last video, shared a bit with you why it worked for me, what I did, but we're going to go more in depth. And we're going to talk about these key principles on a huge scope. Okay? Ready, everyone? The first thing we need to talk about are thoughts. Now, you've heard it in many different ways. For the law of attraction, you've heard thoughts are power, thoughts are things. Thoughts. I'm going to say it this way, as one of my coaches said to me. The universe's first currency are thoughts. Everything has to be created here first. Okay? The clearer you are on that thought, the more powerful it is. So, what does this mean? Thoughts are power. I mean, truly, the only power we have are controlling our thoughts and controlling, which controls our feelings and our minds. You think about it. Our thought goes off, we can feel an emotion right away. Right? Now, what most people don't realize is we have a 15-minute tape, psychologically, that goes through our head over and over again all day long, every day, boo, 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 repeating. If those thoughts are negative or on the same thing, or on our yucky stuff, what power are we giving our life? In fact, we're taking power away from our lives. So, thoughts are power. Universe's first currency are thoughts. So what do you choose to think? What do you choose to believe? Which trigger your feelings? And how do you catch them? Now, there was a point in my life where I had hyper anxiety. Like every moment I felt like I was just shaking. Hyper anxiety. And I was sick of it. I was sick of it. Done. I didn't want to feel this way anymore. So I told myself, I know how to do this. I know how to stop this. I have to catch myself thinking. Now, it wasn't easy. It's a process. So I got a calendar out and I set an alarm on my phone for well, honestly, I checked in every 10 minutes, but I set an alarm on my phone for every hour. And I just had it on vibrate, but every hour I checked in with what I was thinking. And what I found out when I was having this hyper anxiety, what I found out is I was just worrying about everything. It was worry. So I had a formula that I was going to go through. And this formula was, first, stop, catch the last thought that went through my head. Second, acknowledge what was true and what was fiction. Now this was an interesting thing because my worries seemed really real. But the truth was, at one point I was very concerned about finances and things. So I was constantly thinking, where am I going to get my next dollar from? Where am I going to get this from? Where am I going to get that from? And I had to acknowledge what was real. And the thought was, well, the truth is, I have clothing on right now. That's good. I have a roof over my head right now. That's good. I can have warm water. I have food to eat. I have shoes on my feet. I have all my fingers on my toes. The fact is, in this moment, the only moment we actually have is this second, right now. I was okay. Everything else was a projection of the future or a projection of the past, right? The rest is imaginary. If it hasn't happened, it's imaginary, right? Everybody can see that. If it hasn't happened, it's imaginary. If it has happened, but it's not in this second right now, guess what? It's only in my head. So if it's only in my head, it's imaginary. Which means it's not real either, because it's already happened. It's still in my head, and every different viewpoint could have been a different viewpoint of that thing, right? It may seem like a fact, but it is imaginary. And I took those things and I went, okay, if the only power I have is right now in my thoughts, I acknowledge this worry and I say, okay, thank you for trying to protect me, worry. Because that's what my little brain back here was trying to do. It was trying to protect me, you know, to make sure I have enough, to make sure I have all these things I thought I needed. And I acknowledged it. And then I even said thank you to it. And I forgave myself for those thoughts. And said, but I choose something different right now. I choose to know right now everything is okay. That was the most powerful thing I did. So I had this anxiety. It went through months and months up until this point of just hyper anxiety, feeling like I was going to die or have a heart attack at this point. And being able to say, everything's okay now. Now, I did it. I said I was going to do it for 30 days. It was a goal. Constantly checking in for, like I said, for a long time. It was almost every 10 minutes trying to catch this. Was it a very difficult thing? Absolutely. It was one of the hardest things I've ever done in my life because I had to choose to take control of my brain. But I did it. 15 days into the process, I'm checking my calendar every time I did it. Yep, maybe sometimes it wasn't every hour. Sometimes I missed an hour or two. Sometimes there were days that I didn't do so well, but that was okay. It was just to keep doing it, and I just checked it off at night. At least I did it, some of it. 15 days in, I had the first 15 minutes without anxiety. And I flipped out. I flipped out. 15 minutes without anxiety, and I went, what's this new feeling? This is strange. I don't know what this is. Oh my gosh. Is this normal? And I got anxiety about not having anxiety. Because I started worrying about this new feeling because I was calm. But I kept going and I kept doing it. And slowly, another 2 weeks, it slowly got more. And I had an hour. And then I had 2 hours. And then I had 3 hours. And finally, after 30 days, I nearly had, after the 30 days, a full week of very little anxiety. Just little moments. I kept going. Now it was easy. Now it's just on those little moments that I needed to work on. Now I could do it. And then months after, just when it came up, oh, what's this? Well, I acknowledge you. Thank you for allowing me to, be aware that this is a concern for me. I appreciate this. You're trying to protect me. But in this moment, everything's okay. Everything's okay. This became the most powerful tool that changed my life. I couldn't have done any more of the law of attractions had I not taken this moment. These 30 days, a moment, 1 month, changed my life. Think about that. It is just a month. What could a month do for you? If you're going to live to 70, 80, 90, 100 years old. Heck, if you only live to 20, let's say, 1 month, is it worth it to do some hard work? And that, for me, is where the law of attraction started. Deciding to choose a different thought. Acknowledging what the old one was. And taking a moment and forgiving myself for it. And acknowledging that it was only trying to protect me. But what do I want to give it away with? What do I want to trade it for? And doing that and checking it off. 30 days. Now, truly, I did it longer than 30 days. But once I could get through the 30-day and begin the thought pattern, changing the thought pattern of it, I started to hardwire it in my brain to do something different. So once I got past the 3-month marker, guess what? It was actually beginning to work more and more all the time. Once I made it past the 6-month marker, oh my gosh, I'm beginning to understand the fluency of it. Once I made it past a year, and now it's really simple and easy and choosing something different, I was fluent in it. But I had to start somewhere. 1 month. And in fact, 1 day. So, thoughts have power. Universe's first currency is ideas. Start there. Become the most powerful part of you. Allow the law of attraction to start somewhere. So that's my gift today for you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Keep following the Law of Attraction series. We got more to talk about and how to build on taking that power. All right? This week, we're going to talk about a few more things about that power and words. I'm going to talk about the science of it, that kind of thing, because, of course, there's science to it. So we'll go over those things. And I look forward to seeing you again. Like us, subscribe, post, let me know what you think. I can't wait to hear from you. Take care, everyone.